Be interesting here because Terra Australis, aka Nemesis from the Diotoir team, is a prototype of Diotoir. Be interesting to see how far the Irish have progressed and what lessons they've learned. This is Diotoir. At the controls, Peter Redmond. In the centre. And Terra Australis at the controls, Rodney Gullickson. When you think that most roboteers struggle to build one competitive machine, the Irish boys have built two here, representing Australia. Terra Australis now, of course, in the yellow, with the Roman blade in the front. Rodney at the controls, lifted up, though, by that hydraulic lifting spring arm of Diotoir. Both these machines have an adjustable and very low ground clearance capability. A smile on the face of Joe Gavin on the right-hand side in the Diotoir cherry picker. Birds already flying, though, on the arena floor, which is sort of standard practice if you know Diotoir. Crumpled at the back, it seems, as well, but doing all the aggressive work here and trying to get in underneath Terra Australis. This was the change in the two robots from the Irish team, that lifting arm. And it certainly looks an effective weapon. And Terra Australis towards the pit and in! And a victory for Diotoir! 3 points for the Irish. And now the great challenge to take on the house round. One of the eyes has come off, it's on fire as well. To take on Killalot. And Matisse Killalot here. Diotoir across the arena floor. They're farming. Oh, lovely stuff, lovely stuff. A victory, but at what cost?
I always wanted to go with that one.
That was great fun. Oh.
Our last one.
Oh. The end of the eyes. The eyes have it.
I tell you, them Aussies are vicious. He tore lumps out of us. Look.
But look, are you ever going to be ready to fight again?
Oh, yeah.
Don't
How
know,
quickly?
actually. We don't know.
We have to check.
Shunt gave us a whack of a hatchet right in the
Where?
electronics.
Oh.
Nasty place.
Painful.
Yeah, it's not nice to get a smack in the electronics.
I wouldn't have thought it was.
Rings, tears to your eyes.
Oh, look, it's got a patch on. Poor Diotoir's really suffering.
Yeah, he's taking a few smacks already.
Are you nervous about going up against Belgium?
No, he just better bring plenty of chocolates with him. I hope that thing is chocolate inside anyway.
Good luck, good luck, good luck.
Roboteers, stand by.
Depoppesaurus from Belgium, Philippe and Nancy Poppet. And there the Diotoir boys patched up, ready to go. Again, Peter Redmond at the controls with Joe Gavin and Kieran Byrne. And Diotoir away. The Belgians, plenty of muscle, but will they have their chips here against Diotoir? Aye, aye, Captain. Long John Silver of Robot Wars. Diotoir. Both of them with the lifting mechanisms, the spring arm on the front of the fur-covered Diotoir, almost there underneath the tail of Depoppesaurus, yes! Lifting up the dinosaur-shaped machine from Belgium. Oh, up and over! And I think that could be just about it. Philippe's got his work to do here now. Deb Metal was waiting to come in there to the right. You've got Sergeant Bash to the left. Oh, that's it. They've had enough. They're Brussels sprouts out of here. They know it. They're finished. And in comes Deb Metal with the old blade. What Diotoir needs to do is stay out of trouble now and prepare for the final against Razer. By which time they'll be... Oh! Hang on. Oh, we might have a chance. Let's get the old aerial up again. Here we come. Depoppesaurus. Is there life in them yet? They're Dead Metal. And also Shunt with a little nudge. The final rights for Depoppesaurus. Finally into the pit. Hanging, lingering, longingly, but finally lumped out of it, the Belgians. There they go. And it's Diotoir through to the final. It'll be Ireland-England in the final. Here we are. Diotoir, 6 points from the 2 wins. Terra Australis and Depoppesaurus both with the point. It's Diotoir through. So, confirmation, the winners of Group A, Diotoir and Ireland comfortably, and the winners of Group B, Razer and England.
Roboteers, stand by.
Diotoir of Ireland, with their furry machine, Bog-Eyed, and Razer of England.
3.
This to become the first International Robot Wars League champs. Quick start by Razer. Certainly the nippier of these two robots. The more powerful, I'd say, in terms of destructive ability. But Diotoir has been so hardy throughout Robot Wars history. Set on fire, crumpled and bashed, but still coming back. You can see the springs to load that front lifting arm. Hoisted into action. A bit of a dance developing. Again, the spring-loaded lifting arm flicking up. Oh, but this is where the damage could be so costly. They've gone for the armour just in front of one of the springs of the Razer team. Ian Lewis, Vincent Blood and Simon Scott. These two teams, by the way, the Diotoir boys, Peter, Joe and Kieran, and the Razer team, magnificent characters, great fun to have in the pits. And at the moment it's Simon and Ian doing all the damage with Razer, again coming in on the attack. Oh, Diotoir, very nearly here. On and into the pits, and in comes Ted Becker with a shot. He won't be needed. A Razer! The first International Robot Wars League champions. Disappointing end for Diotoir into the pit. Razer wins it for England. Always looked the more destructive of all the robots in this International League Championship. Great sportsmanship from Diotoir, acknowledging the crowd, but it's Razer, crown champions.
From Era, Diotoir.
A massive favourite with bot fans, this furball has a pneumatically powered lifting arm to throw. Main assets are zero turning circle and low ground clearance. The team has dotty as their colours.
I'm Joe Gavin. Here on board.
I'm Peter Redmond, and this is Diotoir, son of Nemesis. We're representing Ireland in the International Robot Wars competition, and this is the weapon that we're going to be using to destroy all the rest of the robots. It's hydraulically cocked on these large car springs, comes all the way down, so it's flush with this bar here, and then we can fire it and hopefully throw all the rest of the robots over.
Roboteers, stand by.
Depoppesaurus Rex with Nancy and Philippe Poppet, whose main passion is motorbikes. And Diotoir from Ireland, with
3,
Kieran Byrne, Joe Gavin, and Peter Redmond, the captain at the controls. And they're great fun, let me tell you, the Irish lads. As long as they can keep Diotoir away from the flame pits, or the flamethrower of Sergeant Bash in the corner. You watch the fur fly. And the lifting arm raised, Depoppesaurus Rex, perhaps, as the Belgian dinosaur of Robot Wars just trickles away. In comes Diotoir once again. You can see the lifting arm there from the Depoppesaurus Rex cabin. You can see the distance there away from the arena, and they have to use the remote controls like that to turn and flip opponents, and that's what Diotoir has done. But that's what we call a Shreemet in Robot Wars, a self-righting mechanism, yes, thrown, but can easily right itself because of the shape of the robot. Later on, you might see more technically advanced Shreemet systems. But meanwhile, Depoppesaurus Rex and Philippe have other problems because Diotoir has that lifting arm manoeuvring again. Sort of stabbing out but not causing main danger, and the main danger now for the Belgian team is the pit just inches away. They're caught between a rock and a hard place, and they're lifting Diotoir. Is Diotoir on fire? Flame flickering from the rear end of the Irish team. We knew they'd be vulnerable to flaming fur. Oh, sizzling and burning. Are their hopes going up in smoke? Oh, I don't know, because it's going to go to the judge's decision now.
Well, both the robots were still mobile at the end of that epic battle. So while we wait for the judge's decision, let's look at some of the fighting again.
Craig, a few spirits have been dampened, that's for sure. Diotoir had started so well on the attack against Depoppesaurus Rex, using the arm well. Getting in underneath Depoppesaurus Rex and flipping. The Belgian team managing to right themselves. Is that the flick of flame shooting out from Bash that caused the problems? Smoke beginning to rise, slowly, slowly, then the flicker of flame. And will that damage sustained by Diotoir prove crucial with the judges? In the end, just hanging on there in the stalemate. It's their decision that counts.
We have a unanimous decision. Diotoir go through. Yeah!
Irish eyes are smiling and your Brussels sprout of here. The Irish boys go through. Disappointment for the Belgians.
How was that for you lot?
Grant.
Yeah?
It was a tough fight.
It was, I got
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good team.
Good opponent.
Yeah.
Lifted us right up off the ground.
Well, you're through. That is one hot robot.
Steaming.
I give up on the gags, I think.
Rising towards Bot Haller, Robot Wars Heaven, the two teams. Diotoir from Ireland, and they're the boys from Cyprus.
Roboteers, stand by.
The first spotted Diotoir with Peter, Joe and Kieran.
3,
And Cerberus, magnificent looking robot. Well done to the Cypriot boys for putting that together. Super looking robot, isn't it, Cerberus? With the tail and the head, the eyes there. And Diotoir as well, with the boggle eyes and the great lurid grin. And the fur covering, balding at the back, of course. That's the fur covering, I should say, on Diotoir, balding at the back. And they'll need to avoid the flame pits. And the gnashers of Cerberus, and the claws too, and the tail. It's not wagging at the moment, though. Enjoy, because Diotoir is causing trouble. Don't forget that lifting ram. Very powerful. Oh, and flipping Cerberus up and over. Almost like a little puppy dog that wants a tickled tummy. Cerberus, though, beginning to growl and growl. And the tail clamping down on the lifting mechanism of Diotoir. Spinning away Cerberus. Oh, kill a lot in there from the CPZ, the house robot, coming into play. Cerberus spins, comes on the attack again. Diotoir flips it once and tries for the big one that'll end it, surely! Over goes Cerberus. The Irish boys are through. Cerberus out. Immobilised by this great flip. Once they tried it, up and over. And give that doggy a kennel for the night. It's all over for Cerberus. Oh, no. Oh, look, in the top of your picture, Diotoir is on fire again. But we don't need this also. The house robots coming in on Cerberus. Someone should stop this. You may laugh, that's your machine. It took you 8 weeks to build, just about to be gnashed and gnawed and tattered and torn by Killalot and Co. Someone call a stop to this. This isn't fair. Oh, I don't want to watch. Cerberus is being torn to pieces out there. Cerberus in pain. Ooh, and torture. And Diotoir's on fire. They won't mind that. They love to burn, baby, burn. Robot Inferno. That's the song on Diotoir lips. And meanwhile, Cerberus about to taste tire at the bottom of the pit.
Cease.
Disappointment for the Cypriot boys.
Well, Cerberus go in the pits. Diotoir go through. Bulabus Gadina Bukalios Eren.
Stunning robot, isn't it?
It's when we had
It
it,
was
like it just started
slavering for
screaming.
you.
Did you see
It
we tried
started
to
screaming.
scrape our name onto the side of it?
We should
Oh, is that what you were trying to do? I thought it was just taking you ages to flip it over.
Philip it over.
I think that's the first time he's cracked a gag that hasn't been funny. Well, it's first time for everything.
The boys from Era, I tell you, they reckon they're going to do you.
Ah, come on.
They'll have to knock the smile off the face.
What are your tactics then? What are you going to do?
Up the middle with smoke.
Up the middle with smoke. Do you think you can win this?
We're up against a very good robot.
Yeah,
it is a
and
good
as
robot.
you can see, we've been battle scarred heavily.
You have. It's a very strong robot as well. Do you think you've got the power to take it on?
Yeah.
We're a strong robot too.
Yeah. How's that arm work at the front?
Sometimes it works.
Sometimes it doesn't. Prepare to do battle.
Right.
Behemoth then from England. And there, the Irish scarred and burnt entry, Diotoir.
Roboteers, stand by.
Hey, great fun. Peter Redmond, Joe Gavin and Kieran Byrne. And the Behemoth boys too. Two very popular teams in the pits. Waltz together. This for a place in the world final. And there the flipper of Behemoth, and up and over Diotoir. And there the Shreenek, the self-righting mechanism, coming into play, but not righting Diotoir first time. Behemoth gives them a little bit of a helping hand. And they're just going to leave them on its side. And that has totally negated the self-righting mechanism. That won't do Behemoth's chances any good, though. Helping Diotoir out. Sporting a hand, that's what Robot Wars is all about. Now, you see, once you've been sporting late, you can come in for the kill. Are they on fire again? Diotoir kebab. There's not a lot left of the fur, let's be honest. Up and over. They know there's a torch there. Sergeant Bash and the flamethrower. There's the torch from the side of the arena. And we have ignition. And blast off for Diotoir any moment now, I should think. Unless they can use that arm to get in underneath Behemoth. And don't forget, this English robot on the right, with the stripes, has already beaten the much-fancied Mortis. There, the big scoop. Up and over again. And barbecued Diotoir is just about to be put out for good, I would think. Spinning it, rolling it, crashing it. Again, lifting on the front of the Irish team. They're desperately trying to stay alive. And come on the attack now to take on Behemoth. Are we to see just a little bit of a sting in the tail for those judges and the rest of us? Well, a little bit tentative, a bit of a prod and a shove. And I don't think Diotoir has the lifting power to hoist this 80-kilogram Behemoth. Just trying once again. Time ticking down, though.
Cease.
Both robots still mobile at the end.
Well, I think I know who won, but both robots were still mobile. We're going to have to go to the judges for a decision.
Key points here, damage and aggression, I think. Aggression from Behemoth, flipping Diotoir up and over. Damage sustained by the Irish boggle-eyed furball. Constantly rolled and flipped up and over. There he goes again. On fire once more. For me, it's an easy decision, this one, for the judges. You never quite know with them, do you? They might fancy a boggle-eyed furball from Ireland. Or will they prefer the great truck Behemoth?
And the judges have made a decision. I thought so. It's unanimous. The winners are Behemoth.
No surprise there, the English boys winning. But the Irish lads have been magnificent. Sporting all the way.
They were brilliant. They were
tossed us around.
very, very good.
Weren't they?
It's like a football.
You couldn't have asked against a better team. They
And
just
was it-
flipped us
Artistic for
back.
flipping us back over, though.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That was really nice of them because it made a great show of it, didn't it?
They wanted a fair fight, and that was what we got. It was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Didn't even have to get the other house robots involved.
Or even the eye is broken. He's so, so lovely.
Oh, well. You can get furred up again and new eyes.
Yeah.
Ready to
He
fight.
will be resurrected
Yeah,
like a phoenix.
absolutely.
Greg, as you know, this is an endurance test. You have to stay in the Sumo arena as long as possible with Shunt. Spawn of Scutter managing 8.03 seconds ahead of Firestorm 2, top of the leaderboard so far.
From Dublin and seeded number 21, Diotoir.
And great fun throughout the history of Robot Wars, winning sportsmanship awards. And Kieran Byrne, one of the team members, celebrating as well. Wife Teresa recently gave birth to their second daughter, Alison. There's Diotoir, weighing in at 80 kilos against the might, the power of Shunt.
Roboteers, stand
Have
by.
to stay in the Sumo Basho ring as long as possible.
1. Activate.
Under a metre long and wide and heavy, but out! Oh, that's a terrible run for the boys from Dublin. Never got going. And Shub was simply awesome in power on the drive. They came head to head, and there was just the one winner there. Spawn of Scudder dominating our test of driving skill, pace, ability. 5 robots to come, and they're all of them very, very good.
From Dublin and seeded number 21, Diotoir.
Great competitors. Kieran Byrne on the right, Peter Redmond in the middle, and young lad on the left. Did he pass a resemblance to a Robot Wars presenter? He's Jack Charles.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So they'll go straight to the barrels. 5 points for each of the barrel knocked over. But this is not just a test of driving control, it's speed as well. That's 50 points as they got in behind Bash. Hit the arena target. Just nudging the big sphere out of the way, but Dead Metal comes in now, and that will impede progress. There's the multi-ball release. You release those balls 10 points. You've got to release them first, though. Diotoir, well, they finally released them. I wonder if they've tagged themselves onto the multiple. No, they're okay. They're away, but this isn't a very quick run, lads. Points have been hard to come by. 75 there. Another target now. If they can open the car doors, they'll get another 25 points, and they do so. So it's steady. The bell rings. That's a bowling ball, by the way, from the multi-ball release. On top of Diotoir. We're used to seeing the fur on fire by now. That won't bother them. I don't think this run will bother Spawn of Scudder at the top of the leaderboard. Appreciated by the crowd at the arena, but no, it wasn't good enough. They're delighted with it. Steady, but not spectacular. Okay, that was the start. Most robots go for the barrels, easy points, and 50 there. Then the multi-ball release, but finally, too slow to get the points on the board there. The big 75, and then the car door. But that was it. 180 points, though, look, which shows you the wonderful achievement of Spawn of Scudder knocking up 245. 4 robots still to come in the Pinball Warrior.
Hi, I'm Vic Reeves, Britain's foremost roboteer. And here are Zulu and Pete. And this, of course, is Diotoir, the most powerful robot here today. Take us through it. Tell us about it, lads.
Well, we have this specially devised frying pan, which is coated with the latest technology and non-stick capability.
And what we'll do is, we'll bring this down, fill it up with pancakes and fire them at the other robots and they'll never get away. And also, just in case they're not interested in pancakes for some reason, we can dazzle them with surprise when we do this.
Mr. Vic Reeves!
Hello, can you just a second? Just doing some final adjustments. I just got to do that in that area that apparently brings good luck to engines and motors and stuff like that.
Now, we've got you down as our technical celeb.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Because you've got an apprenticeship in engineering, haven't you?
I have, yes.
And has he brought any valuable information to the team, boys, Sulu?
Not one bit. He brought his child, so we're actually thinking of swapping him for her for a driver. Because she's better.
And what have we got in the pan here? There's Shauna's bunny's head.
Yeah, we actually decapitated one of the bunnies. We've got some soft buns to throw them.
Yummy.
It's our secret weapon. Our secret weapon is the Chelsea ball.
Welcome Vic Reeves and the Diotoir team.
Electric-powered motors again here on this robot from Dublin. A 0 turning circle is very important. The weapon is a lifting spike arm with added animal heads and food. Run, rabbit, bun, bun, bun.
Roboteers, stand by.
There's Wild Thing with Sean at the controls. She has to control the robot for a minute, as does Vic Reeves. After the minute, they can give up the controls to one of the experts if they want. Here we go then. The object is to immobilise your opponents if you can. Oh, what happened there? I think one of the additions has come off. Diotoir, there goes the frying pan, there goes the rabbit head, there goes the pancake. Who'll be flattened now for the rest of this battle. Shauna at the controls of Wild Thing. Vic Reeves, of course, with Diotoir. Diotoir is on fire! That polka dot design may look natty, but it's flammable, and you don't see too many robots in Robot Wars with a flammable design. And at the moment, the bunnies on top of Wild Thing are hopping.
Oh, your glasses are going. And your phone is gone.
All right, I'm pushing.
Diotoir and Vic have lost their glasses. It's all going wrong for them, and Diotoir being pushed across the arena floor. Don't forget, you've got the Pit of Oblivion, you've got the CPZs. Once the robot's pushed into there, the house robots can come out to play, like Sergeant Bash at the bottom of your picture, there with the flame torch. And Wild Thing getting into a little bit of trouble there, short of the controls. There's Vic still demanding the controls of Diotoir. And Shauna gets on the controls now to Nick Adams taking over because Wild Thing is in trouble. The bunnies are on fire. In comes Dead Metal.
Oh, don't do me there.
Matilda there with the tusks on Wild Thing. A lick of flame from Sergeant Bash onto Diotoir. And I wonder if Peter Redmond or Kieran Byrne will take controls of the Dublin machine. Oh, Wild Thing being picked up by Killalot. Killalot's weapons are actually fashioned from the jaws of life used by emergency services to rescue people. But to cause doom and destruction to robots. Wild Thing is out. Vic Reeves is the winner. Shauna Lowry is out.
Well, Shauna Lowry's Wild Thing has been tamed. Is that the smell of burning fare? No, it's the smell of victorious Vic Reeves!
How dare you, madam!
But you did an awful lot of the driving yourself, and you drove...
I did it all myself, yeah. I was chasing around, I was in pursuit, and then I took on the might of the Roman Empire. Yeah.
Well, you're through. Who's the next
I know,
round?
and I can hardly believe it, Craig. I'm just so happy.
Let's hear it for Vic Reeves and Diotoir!
Hand took some damage.
And you torched their bunnies, didn't you?
We did, we talked... I don't know what we did, just like an intense collection of skills amalgamating to make one of the most clinically operated battles in history.
Roboteers, stand by.
This is Gemini. It's a cluster bot. It can divide in two and then join up as a team, like the Turner Girls. And Diotoir from Dublin, with Vic Reeves very much at the controls.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Taking great advice from Alice, though, his daughter. And the unique Diotoir.
Oh, very fast glasses. Lovely.
The specs are removed immediately. He's been very go-ahead and aggressive with his driving, Vic, but now Diotoir's on flames. The polka dot design may look pretty, but it's certainly flammable and vulnerable as well to a shove from underneath. What is crucial in Robot Wars is that machines should have a low ground clearance. Diotoir has, but still, Gemini can get in underneath and flip it up and over.
Right, no, let it. Why? Take that over.
That hair on top is made of a material called Kevlar, by the way. It's designed to mesh up and ruin other robots' machinery and blades and saws and so on. But now one of the cluster bots of Gemini is flipped up there by Vic Reeves.
Oh, yeah! That was cool, wasn't it?
She's hopping as much as Gemini. I did notice she wasn't actually driving at the time.
What's radio contact?
Oh no! You're joking!
Oh no, one of them's deactivated.
Kieran there, Zulu, has spotted something I hadn't. And if that's true, and part of Gemini is deactivated, then they're out. If one half of Gemini is immobilized, then both halves are out. If one half is silenced, then both halves are silenced. Perhaps that goes for the Turner Girls as well. I don't know. There's the Pit of Oblivion. And it looks to me as if Wendy and Anthea are going to descend into that Pit of Oblivion. Well, they don't know. They're on tenterhooks, so am I. There's Killalot. There goes Gemini. And there goes their hope. Vic Reeves survives. Oh, that's adding insult to injury, isn't it? The evil injector. And now look at this. This is Shunt, one of those 4 house robots, and the pair of them are in the pit.
Cease.
You were just too
Well, it's going to take more than some loo roll and some sticky back plastic to stick Gemini back again. Vic Reeves and Diotoir go through. In the final, mate.
I know, I'm filled with boiling adrenaline. Look at that. I'm just in there furious.
It's hot up here. Alice, I think when you get home, you should make him get in his garage and start building you a robot for next time round, all right?
Yeah.
That'll give him something to do with his Saturdays, won't it? Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Vic Reeves and Diotoir.
And of course now they meet Diotoir and Vic Reeves in this, the final.
This has been my all-time favourite celebrity bash, but now just 2 robotic revelers remain. With Diotoir, a man who's proved that he's not just good at shooting stars, he's good at booting stars out the arena as well. And with Pussycat, the nastiest duo to come out of Albert Square since a pair of Pat's earrings. Give it up for Natalie Cassidy, Adam Woodyard and Vic Reeves!
Roboteers, stand by.
This, the Celebrity Robot Wars Grand Final with Diotoir from Ireland, Vic Reeves and there, Adam Woodgett, Natalie Cassidy and
3,
Pussycat.
2, 1. Activate.
And their control of these robots has been splendid. Off goes the frying pan and the pancake and the buns. Off goes the polka dot skirting. But I wonder if that's going to cause them problems because it's trapped around the blade.
Try and burn the material off the sword.
Ooh, that's a risky tactic. Try and burn the material off. Off come the specs again. So we've now got the myopic Diotoir. Trying to burn that fur off the blade. It's smouldering. It's still trapped around the blade, though. Right at the very hub. Diotoir, meanwhile, in trouble from dead metal. Whose fur-brained idea was the polka dot boys?
Just so unfair.
Shunt is in. Back comes Pussycat. I think Diotoir has a major problem. This is dead metal with the pincers, and the house robots certainly feel and have been told Diotoir has been immobilised. They can go in for the kill. Oh, poor little Alice.
Big bullies. I think big bullies, Alice.
And Kieran's trying to console her in there. Oh, the smoke coming out of. Oh,
No, we've had it now.
go watch. This is Gillalot against Diotoir. Back to the reality.
Oh, we're still moving.
And the bludgeoning. Oh, and the evil ejector. Alice, I'm not taking any pleasure in this. Oh, well, I am.
Where is the justice in that? Oh, dear me.
Sorry, Vic. Sorry, boys. Down in the pit with you! And we have the last laugh.
Cease.
Well, the EastEnders team and Pussycat have obviously won. But let's look at some of the highlights of that fantastic battle.
Brilliant stuff. Pussycat on the attack. There goes the pancake straight away, but that was crucial. So the blade was put out of action. Then Diotoir on fire. In came the house robots. It was immobilised. Then the damage started. Dead metal, Shunt, the axe, and the evil ejector. And the end.
Well, a fantastic final. The EastEnders posse obviously won it. Vic,
Yes.
how'd you feel? Little Alice was in tears.
Robbed. I know, we were robbed. Well, she's not watching EastEnders again anyway, so that's half the audience gone.
What went wrong? I mean, the initial crash into
Well, we
the
were in there
beginning.
and we wrapped some of our fur around, as you can see. That stopped the bacon slicer.
The Pussycat got a fair ball.
So, like, we deactivated him. Then, I think it was Matilda, someone came in and just rammed it through our tyre. We could do nothing but go around in circles. We had it robbed by the house robots.
Have you had a good time?
Yes, I've got Robotier's thumb now, which will be very swollen tomorrow, but it's been treated.
It's been great to have you. Ladies and gentlemen, Vic Reeves and Diotoir!